Before we get the video started, I just want to offer my condolences to the friends and family of wide receiver Demaryius Thomas. He passed away way too early. He's one of the best wide receivers for the Broncos in franchise history. Just sucks to see gone way too soon. R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas. Quarterback Jalen Hurts is no stranger to being doubted. Whether it was in college or now in the pros, questions and concerns have always followed him, as fans and analysts just don't believe that, he's the guy. He could be a franchise quarterback. But why is there so much skepticism about Jalen, his ability, and his potential? And is it all justified? Lucky for you, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. However, before we get into the video, as always, make sure to leave it a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll greatly appreciate any support you're willing to give. And also, if you're interested on anything I do outside of YouTube, make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok at SportsButCasually. Now let's get into the video. Jalen Hurts played his college football with Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide, I guess. And he didn't have to wait too long to get his campaign started, as he won the starting position as a true freshman. He would go on to have a historic freshman season, breaking multiple records and even leading the Crimson Tide to the national championship game, where unfortunately they lost to Clemson. Now entering the following year, his sophomore campaign, despite numbers being down from his freshman season, he still put up respectable numbers and led the Alabama Crimson Tide to yet another national championship game, where they actually won. But Jalen wasn't the one leading them to victory, as he was benched halftime for true freshman quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. So despite his love for Alabama, he decided to transfer to Oklahoma to play his senior season there, and was fantastic, even becoming a Heisman finalist. Now you guys might be wondering, well, Andrew, what was wrong with this guy? He's put up great stats in college, is a proven winner, won a national championship game, went to 2 national championship games, was a Heisman finalist. Why don't people really believe in him? While he had all the intangibles, his leadership and his competitiveness, and him being an absolute freak of an athlete, being able to not only extend but make plays with his legs, people really just worried about his accuracy throwing the ball, his arm strength, and not to mention his overall mechanics. It just seemed to me that people kind of saw him more of an athlete playing the quarterback position, a run first kind of quarterback, instead of being a true dual threat quarterback who can not only make plays with his legs, but make plays with his arm at an elite level. But all of these concerns did not stop the Eagles from taking him in the second round in the 2020 NFL Draft, despite them having a quarterback already there on a stupid contract. But don't worry, they got rid of him soon enough. He played a bit during his rookie season, mainly as a decoy or for running plays. Yeah, why not? But he did end up winning the starting position and started about 4 games. Overall, he had a meh rookie season. However, we did see some of the flashes of potential he had, but not enough to write home about. Now he's in his sophomore season with a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator who put a system around him to help maximize, the thing that he's best at, running the football and making plays with his legs. With this system in place, Jalen Hurts has been having a pretty good sophomore season, if I do say so myself. Sure, the passing numbers aren't really that great, but despite a 3 interception game versus the Giants, he's been protecting the football pretty well. So he was playing good, the Eagles were pretty decent, and people actually started to believe in him. That was until, however, he got hurt and could not play in their Week 13 matchup versus the Jets. Enter Gardner Minshew. Minshew had a monster game versus the Jets. To be honest, it's kind of hard not to. Thus began this quarterback controversy. There are a lot of people in the media and some fans who want Gardner Minshew to be the Eagles starter going forward. And honestly, I could kind of understand. People love Gardner Minshew, me included. You know, the energy he brings, the swagger he has, the way he just presents himself, his overall look. I mean, that handsome ass mustache. Not as good as my own, but you know, he'll get there. And let's not forget, Minshew Mania was an actual thing a few years ago. He has a huge fan base, so it's no surprise that people want him to be a starter again. However, I don't want him to be the starter for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts has been playing very well and should be the starter if healthy. Now, with all of this being said, it really just begs the question, should Jalen Hurts be the starter for next season for the Eagles? And should he be considered a franchise guy for them? And that depends. Keep in mind he's only in his second season, so he still has a lot of developing to do. But we have a big enough sample size to work with and to analyze the situation. So what do we know? Well, he's in his second season and already on his second head coach, which is never good for the development of a quarterback. He's still not an accurate thrower of the ball, which is why the Eagles have one of the worst passing offenses in the league. But with Hurts, the Eagles now have one of the best rushing attacks in the entire league. Yeah, their passing game sucks. But to be honest, he doesn't have much weapons to throw to. I mean, who does he have? A rookie Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert. Remember, you traded Hurts in the middle of the season, so those two, not the best duo. They also throw the ball the least amount of times in the entire league. So this team is sticking to their strengths of not only their quarterback, but of their entire team, which is running the damn ball. And running the damn ball gives them one of the best overall offenses in the entire league. He just gives you so much, not only as a runner, but with his RPO potential. And it's true, he needs to be more accurate and a better throw of the ball. While he may never be elite in that category, he still needs the time to develop those skill sets. How about next season you actually get him some decent weapons to throw to, and we'll see how he ends up. Now, with all of this being said, his biggest test comes in these last 4 games. All versus division opponents. The Eagles are currently 0-2 this season in their division, and with potential playoff hopes still alive, them losing all 4 of these games will not only hurt because you just lost 4 games in a row and missed the playoffs again, but they will sting even worse knowing that it's all versus division opponents. Those are games you have to win. We just have to hope he plays well, because if he doesn't play well, he's gonna hear it from those Philly fans. And we all know that being a professional athlete for a Philadelphia team is not the easiest thing. I mean, just ask these guys. I do think that it's way too early to consider moving on from Jalen Hurts. Like, my guy just got there. He's in a great system which maximizes the best parts of his skill set, which is his athleticism. However, I do understand why a lot of people are worried over his accuracy. That is a major concern. Let's just give him one more season. Actually put some decent wide receivers to throw to around him and see what he does before we cast any judgments or think about moving on from him. But guys, that is just my thoughts on this whole matter. I want to hear from the Philly fans. What do y'all think about Jalen Hurts? And do you think he's your franchise quarterback going forward? Let me know in the comments below. But guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see y'all for the next one. Later.